it going? Hope you're having a great day. This video is going to help you out a lot if you're a photographer, a writer, a painter, any type of creative thing that you're doing. This is going to help out a bunch. If you're making a lot of work and it's just staying, if you want to get it out there. If you don't want to get it out there, then this video is going to be nothing. If you're looking to get it out into the world, I think this is a good concept to go by. And it's just a visual because it's really what's happening. I feel like, the hard drives, it's like you're a photographer. Me, I have terabytes worth of photographs. Majority of my photographs have been seen. I haven't even seen the majority of them since I've photographed because I'm always photographing. And that's actually somewhat of a problem. But for me, I'm always like, all right, I need to build this project, I need to do this thing, and I also just photograph for the sake of photographing. I enjoy, just going out and doing it. And I've really spent the past month and a half really figuring out what I want to be doing, how I want to treat the work, after it's made. So I wanted to make a visual of how, for me, what's happened with my photography in general. And because I have they're just these made up things like, oh, I need to save this work for a project, or I don't know if should I just post this one photo? I need to, what that is me just making excuses to not do anything. To be like, after, I'm obviously making work, I'm shooting photos, but I'm not doing anything after the fact of making the photographs. So I actually have this massive concept written out, multiple pages, but I wanted to make a visual for you. And this is kind of where my content is right now, like the photographs and how I see things. It's not even just the photographs, it's just thoughts, it's ideas. Ideas, you can have ideas, but it's actually, actions. It's doing things for, an idea is only just in your head, right? So I wanted to show you this. And you're just like, oh, it's upside down. The words. It's because everything is upside down right now. For me, the content, it's all sitting down here. So if I go like this, right there, the content is at the top. It's going to drop down to the platforms. That's how I want to start creating and start making content for the platforms that I'm using, and not how I'm, making things for the internet or photo books or prints. It's feeding this. And so when this is trickled down, it's just, repeat the process. It's whether it's make more work, get the next project going, but always have things leading down to the platforms that you're interested in. And I have this process that I'm going to start doing, and really focusing on the website, OGbsmitty.com. But it's all going to feed together. It's this whole process. That's why it all funnels down. That's why it all goes down to that type of way, where it's not just like a one thing which then paralyzes the rest of the ideas. It's like, oh, I would like to do a photo book. Well, all right, it's going to take time to do this photo book. So I guess I'll just work on a few other things, or I'll try to figure something out, whatever. Like, just having that mindset is going to have no publications at all happening. If I'm just like, okay, I would like to do a book, but I'd like to have it out by the end of the year. All right, so what's going to happen in the next 6 months with all these photos that I'm making that's not involved with that narrative project? And that's where just nothing happens. I can already just tell you, for me, nothing happens because I have so much work, so much stuff that doesn't go with it. Like right now, I'm working on a project called River of Fish Tumors. And I'm actually photographing purposely for this project. And I'm still doing other photography, but that other photography is going with a lot of the stuff that I've just done before, where it's going nowhere. It's sitting in a hard drive. And so I'm working on a few concepts and a few things, which I'm sure I'll share over time. But I wanted to show that Hourglass and just kind of think of things that way. And like once the content funnels through, flip it around and just work on more content to funnel. Just keep the content going out, though. You just want it to keep on funneling down into the distribution platforms that you want, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, a website, whatever you want to do, that's up to you. But for me, that's going to be the starting channels, and then it just drops down to the website. That's kind of how I want things to go. Is the bottom where everything's going down to is the website. And I'm sure I'll talk about that more as time goes on. I'm sure I'll make little videos to kind of explain how I'm working on content, how I'm working on distribution better. Just getting it out there, publishing things. And I think that's the main thing. That's another thing. A good word is publish. Publish the work. Yeah, I mean that's where I'm at right now. Because I can shoot photos all the time, and that's what I'm doing, honestly. And if you're struggling with content and what you're doing, try this out. Just write out all your things that you're doing and how you want it to drop down into the bottom level of where it needs to go. Let's flip that thing around and then keep that process going. And if you're struggling with the same things where you're just making a lot of things where you just don't know what to do, try this out. Just draw an hourglass, or draw, and just think about all the content and where you want it to go. Like have a ladder, basically, and where you want things to go. And it's kind of like reverse and stuff. So the bottom is the destination, the main destination, but figure out the ways that you want to go. I actually drew this all out, exactly how I want things to kind of go through the different levels to get to where I want things to go. So I want to explain that in different, more detail, maybe like make micro videos of how I'm going about doing that in another time. But I think that's a kind of a good way to, to illustrate it for yourself, and figure out a game plan. And if you haven't yet, check out my website, OGbsmitty.com. It's redesigned. It's completely different. I have this email list at the top page. You'll see it right away. If you haven't yet, just if you'd like to fill out your email address, hit submit, and you'll get an email right away. I'm going to be doing free presets soon. So I'll be going out some free presets for Lightroom, and definitely do have some other cool plans for the email list as well. And again, if you haven't yet, check out Patreon, patreon.com/bsmitty. Big plans going on over there. Whole new process going on Patreon as well. I've been really diving deep into this book here of just making things more efficient, and big plans and actions that will be happening. And that's really my start of with the YouTube thing, the 14-ish consecutive weeks is getting in that process of the mindset of producing, and after doing it and then fine-tuning how that worked and how I want my photographs, and that was what led me down. Doing that led me to think about my photographs more and what I'm doing with them. So big plans and big actions coming soon. So if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button here on YouTube. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.